So you went off and you got hitched. Here's the steps that you need to know to prepare and get your name changed. Because, well, after all, if you're actually going to be doing a home loan with your new spouse, you need to be aware of how your name is going to be styled in the documents. And so this is an important thing to notate all the steps you're going to have to do to get your name changed before you can legally use it. So first things first, make sure that when you go get your marriage license and you get married, that you have the official who actually did your wedding sign the document with your witnesses and both you and your spouse, and you need to take it to the county and you need to get multiple copies certified. So make sure you do that. And I say multiple copies, usually 5 to 10 is sufficient. Give some to your spouse, keep some for yourself. And then what you're going to do is you're going to update your social security card. Now, what you can do with this is you can take, of course, all of your identifying information that the Social Security office would normally want to see, along with that certified copy of your marriage license. And you can either do it on the Social Security website, which I'll link down below, or you can take it in person. I prefer the online method. Just a side note though, if you're going to do the online method, you do have to have an account with the Social Security office already determined so that they can actually enter all of the information online for you. So I will pull up the website where you're going to go to do that. And it is over called My Social Security. So you have to create an account in order to do that. And just as a side note and a suggestion from somebody who did this, don't forget what the answers to your little questions are. Because if you do that, they're going to have to send you a temporary password in the mail. That's just horrible. Anyway, you need proof of name change, proof of citizenship, a valid ID with your new name or your old name, whichever one you have is fine, because obviously they have the other documents that show your new name, and your current Social Security card, which also seems to be a problem for me on a regular basis. So the other thing is, of course, is go get a new driver's license. And when you go to the driver's license office, you're going to need to take that certified copy of your marriage license with you as well. And I would also recommend that you wait at least 24 hours after you change your name with the Social Security office to change your name on the driver's license, because you need time for the systems to kind of match up and then not question it. Of course, updating your passport. If you're going international soon, you're going to want to make sure that you update your passport after your trip. After your trip is really important, unless you have all of your IDs with your former name and your airline tickets are put in the former name as well. And I made this mistake myself, so I can speak from experience. You want to make sure that your airline tickets match your driver's license and your passport, because otherwise you may not get back into the country. And that's no fun. Well, it could be fun, but of course, if you have global entry or TSA pre-check or any of those sort of like really cool fast track to get you through the lines at TSA at the airport, make sure you update those as well. Also, if you have a license to carry, you want to make sure that that gets updated too. Of course, the next thing is to change your name on your bank account, but you can't do that until you have your new ID. So just make a note, don't try to do that early. Get the ID first, and then you can go and change your name on your bank account or bank accounts. Change your name on your credit cards. This is a little bit of a task. Each company actually has their own requirements and what they want you to do in order to get your name changed. Some of them want you just to call the customer service line. Others want you to upload documentation to them. So whatever you do, make sure you get those updated as soon as possible so that the information on your credit card matches your ID. Update your insurance. Car insurance can actually be a little bit cheaper sometimes for people when you're married. So make sure that you contact your insurance companies, and also don't forget to change your beneficiaries if you want to your new spouse so that everything goes to them in case something was to happen. And of course, if you have a will, same thing, you need to update that too. Don't forget, that's super important. And then of course, you want to update your work. Your work needs to know that you're married now. You want to update your name with your office. You also want to make sure that your beneficiaries and your 401k are updated if you have one of those. And also, I can't stress this enough either, check the box on the W-4 that says married and that your spouse works or not. There is a tiny little baby little box there, and it will really jack you up for taxes if you don't check that box that says your spouse works. Of course, the other thing, if you have any professional licenses like I do, then you want to make sure you update your licenses as well. And in some cases, the licenses, they can get really, really bent out of shape if you don't update them on your new last name. Of course, if you want to update your social media channels, you can do that as well. Update your loyalty point programs like your frequent flyer programs, your auto pay. If your name is changed and they have it tied to your name, make sure you update those too. It's a really big undertaking to change your name. And so I highly suggest you start putting down a list of everything that you need to change your name on so that you can keep track of what you have done, what you haven't done, and then make sure that everything has been updated. Of course, if you're hyphenating, it's still the same. It's still going to be, as if you're taking your spouse's last name. So just make sure that you get done everything done as quickly as possible so that everything is consistent. Because if it's not consistent, it can really wreak havoc on travel and other things like that, bank accounts and whatnot. So I hope that this helps you, because obviously when you get married, there's a lot of things that you've just done on your wedding and it was probably a little overwhelming, but the good news is your wedding is over. Now you can enjoy life together and just get that name changed. And then if you want to use it for your mortgage, just bring all your updated docs to us. Have a great day. And please like, share, subscribe, and comment. Thanks so much for watching.